Whatever your job title is, and however many staff you manage, or buildings you have to look after, or schools you have to oversee, our primary calling as educational leaders should be to lead learning. That is what we are here to do. It might not always feel like that when there are budgets to be organised, or governance meetings to be planned for, or health and safety checks to be done. But ultimately, all of what we're doing is about the learning in our classrooms and the flourishing of children as a result. You know, leaders of learning need to be gripped and energized and delighted by learning, putting the children first. You know, if you think about your day and when you come home at the end of it, what was the best part of your day? I really hope and pray that it was an encounter with a child or with a group of children who were learning, who were progressing and developing in some knowledge, some skills, some understanding. That your leadership role is centered on the leadership of learning. Part of that is about creating structures that place young people at the center of our leadership thinking. Sometimes the way that our education system is set up means that the more senior that we become, the further away we're removed from teaching children. And actually, for all of us in leadership roles, we need to think every day, how is what I'm doing making a difference to the life chances of the children that I serve? And we can really do that in very practical ways in terms of involving young people in our decision making, ensuring that we spend plenty of time with them, and indeed ensuring that we at our heart are still thinking, I am a teacher. I am a leader of learning, and that culture of teacher excellence is right at the center of my vision. The well-known academic Dylan Wiliam famously said that the core purpose of the educational leader, the central role, is to improve the performance of their teachers. That is what makes the biggest difference to outcomes for pupils. And building a culture of teacher excellence is the central role of every leader at every level. That is the kind of school that we want to see for the children that we serve. That is the kind of school that the parents who are choosing our schools want for their children. That idea of culture of teacher excellence. There is loads and loads of thinking about what makes that culture. And of course, we need to build on the very best evidence-led approaches to teacher development. However, teaching is not simply a mechanistic skill that can simply be transferred from one to another. There is a science of teacher development. There is a deeply important cognitive science understanding of how pupils learn. And we need to bring all of those tools and all of that evidence to our teacher development. However, we also need to recognize that teaching is an art. It's a craft. It's a thing that we improve in relational ways. It's a thing that improves in terms of our vision and our perspective, and that relationship with young people that draws them into our subjects, makes them passionate about them, and makes them want to learn. This idea of leading learning is, of course, about children and young people. We are, after all, leading schools. But it is also about establishing the best conditions for quality professional development for our staff, and indeed our own learning and growth. You know, we all need to feel that we're developing, that we're somehow improving in what we're doing, that we're building new knowledge, developing new skills, and cementing our understanding in new ways. And this properly resourced approach to professional development is key in securing long-term commitment and loyalty in our schools. So at the heart of these leadership practices, at the very center of your being, of your diary, of your budget, of your identity as a leader, may it be centered on the leadership of learning as opposed to the management of education. Put children at the heart of your vision, and you will benefit personally, your team will be changed, and the life chances of the children that you serve will be massively improved.